Santa represents everything magical and wholesome about Christmas. Except when he's a criminal and a raging alcoholic, and that's exactly what he is in Bad Santa, the Christmas comedy starring Billy Bob Thornton, Tony Cox, and Gilmore Girls icon Lauren Graham, in one of the most un-Lorelai Gilmore roles you're likely to see. Nearly 20 years after its release, the darkly hilarious Christmas movie is enjoying a resurgence, climbing into the top 2 most-watched titles on Paramount Plus this holiday season. Released in 2003, Bad Santa is a no-holds-barred comedy about Willie T. Soak Thornton, a foul-mouthed, hard-drinking conman who spends each holiday season posing as a department store Santa to rob shopping malls with his partner in crime, Marcus Cox. Things take an unexpected turn when Willie forms an unlikely bond with Thurman Merman, Brett Kelly, a naive, overly trusting kid who believes in Santa Claus a little too much. Additionally, Thurman's grandma's only purpose in life appears to be making sandwiches for him and his guests, which is fitting, since she is one sandwich short of a picnic. Graham stars as Sue, a bartender with a Santa fetish who becomes romantically entangled with Willie. Imagine Lorelai if she'd ended up in a hick town and transferred those daddy issues to a different source. Earlier this month, Graham surprised and thrilled Gilmore Girls fans by reprising the role for a holiday ad for Walmart. The commercial, set in the beloved town of Stars Hollow, features Graham alongside Scott Patterson, who returns as Luke Danes, and Sean Gunn as the hapless Kirk Gleason. Graham also served as the narrator for The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, a holiday movie from the creator of The Chosen which has been a massive box office success. Next year, Graham will star in The Z-Suite, a workplace comedy for streaming platform Tubi. The series will follow a leadership shakeup when CEO Monica Frazier, Graham, is suddenly fired, and the Gen Z employees find themselves in charge. Monica must climb the corporate ladder, despite founding the company. In a statement following the announcement of the series, Graham commended the fresh concept. She said, "Bad Santa is currently streaming on Paramount Plus. And of course, you can catch Lauren Graham as Lorelai Gilmore in Gilmore Girls, which is streaming then, now, and forever on Netflix. Stay tuned to Collider for more updates." KHYMM warns the children that Crimson Jack is a scoundrel, and Jod quickly tries to save face by reminding the children that he warned them about KHYMM. They scuffle and KHYMM winds up caught under a pile of books and maps as Jod leads the children out of the observatory. KB lingers behind to make sure KHYMM is all right, fueled by her own mistrust of Jod, and KHYMM cautions her to trust her head and not her gut when it comes to Jod, vowing to always be of help if the children need her. When they get back to the ship, Fern decides she's also had enough of Jod and his lies and half-truths, and she bars him from boarding the ship until he tells them who he really is. He tries to evade her demands, but SM-33 is more than willing to enforce his captain's orders. Jod admits that he never said he was a Jedi, he simply didn't correct Vim when he made the claim. Jod tries to reason with the children, going so far as to compare them as lost people, while promising to help get them home, especially if there's a reward involved. KB tells Jod that he works for them, not the other way around, and Jod reluctantly agrees to their rules. The episode ends with Jod and the Core 4 having to evade the pair of X-Wing fighters that KHYMM hailed when Crimson Jack showed up with the children. The sequence is a bit like a dramatization of how it feels to get paired with children on Smuggler's Run at Disney, particularly when it comes to having pint-sized gunners getting you out of a tight squeeze. Despite the odds, Jod manages to get them off the planet before they can be caught, with no real hint of what's to come in Episode 4. Next week, Watts and Ford return to pen an episode directed by the Academy Award-winning directing duo Daniel Kwan and Daniel Skynyrd, which is sure to be a delight, given their whimsical storytelling stylings. It will be interesting to see if the Captain Hook and the Lost Boys vibe persists throughout the series once Lowery isn't behind the camera, but the dynamic works well for Skeleton Crew. The series has really set itself apart from the rest of the Star Wars fare by toying with a more Amblin style, harkening back to the Spielbergian era of the late 80s and early 90s, which perfectly blends with Star Wars' campier aesthetics. With 3 episodes under its belt, Skeleton Crew has crafted a very curious mystery to solve where Aten and Jod are concerned. Hopefully, the creative team has given themselves enough time with the remaining episodes to answer both, while still exploring the larger galaxy around the characters. The first 3 episodes of Star Wars, Skeleton Crew are streaming now on Disney+. New episodes drop at 9 p.m. Eastern Time every Tuesday.